Joining us this morning for a couple of minutes is the one and only Griffon.
Oh, you can't even speak today.
That was my Cajun accent. Griffon. Moon Griffon Show, heard weekdays 9 till 11 here on News Radio 710 KEEL. Mr. Moon, how are you today?
Gang, I'm doing great, man. It's just good to be alive.
No, you're not doing great. Your panties are in such a wad today that you can't even see straight.
Pardon me, Mr. Moon. See, this is where Moon gets to say to you, Erin, I told you so. Because if you remember the last time we chatted with Moon, and it was, I guess, about 45, maybe 60 days ago, when there were all these predictions that Obamacare was about to unravel once and for all. And you said, well, I know people who would really like Obamacare. And Moon said, yeah, because you're paying for their free insurance. Moon, what's getting ready to unravel once and for all?
Oh, it was designed to unravel.
Whoa, pardon me. You know that. I know that. We say that to Erin, and she says, well, just go put your foil hat on. Explain to Erin why Obamacare was designed to fail.
Listen, it was always designed to be a one-page system. Obama said that out of his own mouth. All this thing was, the biggest fraud, besides man-made global warming, the biggest fraud that's ever happened to the country was Obamacare. Look, I'd be the first to admit it's high. Healthcare was high. I'd be the first to admit that, people with pre-existing conditions ought to have a way to buy insurance that's affordable. But the bottom line is you do not throw away the best system in the world. It's been the best system in the world for my family. I'm 55 years old. I can pick up the phone and call and say, hey, we need to get Maddie in. Maddie's a special needs kid that's got some special stuff. I've never asked the government for help yet. I've been able to do it on my own. Get out the way and don't make it so expensive. I'm good. But here's what I was trying to tell Erin, and I know it helped a couple family members. I understand Erin's thought process on that, but it's going to destroy the whole thing. And that's what I was trying to explain. So you help 10 million people. There's 300 million people here. And what's going to happen is the healthcare system that we know, where you can pick up the phone and call a doctor and go in, get taken care of that day. It's going to be something of the past. It's going to be a ration care system. And when ration care comes, I know Robert and Erin, y'all got good insurance because I know who you work for, because I work with the same company. It's going to be gone. You're not going to have what you think you have now.
Explain when you say ration care.
Ration care, if you go look, and all you got to do is read about all these single-payer systems. Here's what they do. The government's going to figure we got X amount of dollars for, let's say, kidney transplant, or let's just say kidney stones, or let's do whatever you want to name.
Okay.
They're going to put X amount of dollars. When they run out of money, they're going to say, well, you got to wait till next year to do it.
You can't wait to get pregnant. People get pregnant. Are we not going to give them care?
Well, let me tell you something. I don't know about the pregnancy stuff, but I know this. On everything else, you're going to wait to get care. People have died waiting for stuff. You know what they do with people? Well, you know what? I don't know if we can help them or not. Give them some morphine, send them home. That's what's going to happen, Erin. It's happening all over the world.
Excuse me, Mr. Moon. We had a woman on, a doctor on, an oncologist who specialized in breast cancer about a month ago. And she said she was aghast that the government's recommendation for mammograms was now every 2 years instead of 1. If you don't think that's not Obamacare and cost-based...
That's ration care. That's what I mean. Everything's going to be done like that. And it's not going to be a system that's going to help people. If you're lucky, maybe you're one of the lucky ones and you get help this year. But let me tell you something else in ration care. They don't care about old people. Well, you know what? You ain't going to live probably but another year or two. Just take this. It's not a right system. The open system where I can get in touch with my doctor and call my doctor. We can have that one-on-one stuff. It's open. Remember Obama?
How do you fix it, Moon? What do we do? What do we do to fix it?
Go back to a market-free system. Poor people, we got to have something for them. I don't argue with anybody on that. We're going to have something for poor people. Go back to a market-free system, a medical savings account. Erin, most young people that don't want to get involved in that, and that's one of the reasons they're failing, because they're not going by it. They can take care of themselves. If they had most of the stuff they're going through and getting through, if they had a medical savings account, can pay for most of it. What you need insurance and health care really for is for catastrophic stuff like cancer and breast cancer and a kidney problem. That's what you need it for. This system of Obamacare is a total failure, but it was a failure before it started. No government can do that. Look what they did to Social Security. Social Security basically broke. Okay, why? They spent the money. Any system they set up doesn't work properly.
Are my rates going to go up too?
Who knows best?
Are private rates going to go up too, Moon? Are private rates going to go up too?
Everything's skyrocketing. The private rates are getting smashed, too. Erin, think about this. I basically am on Obamacare. I got to buy a single policy. Let me give you an example. Because I'm not in a company anymore. So now I get a little help from the company, but I pay a lot of my insurance. My premium, if I pay it totally out of my pocket, $2,200 a month. Guess what, Erin? Maddie had a major surgery. Maddie had an emergency room. I'm waiting for them to call me and let me know what I got. Erin, I could be $2,900 a month. Please tell me how I'm going to afford that.
Oh, boy.
Before that, I didn't have a problem paying it. Look what Obamacare did to me. He promised $2,500 a year less premium. And you know what he said the other day? Not my fault it went up. Who the hell's fault is it? Is it Moon? Is it Erin?
I told you his
Pardon me,
panties weren't a
Moon.
bunch.
You said, Erin asked the question, what can we do to fix it? And the first thing popped into my head, I started to say, step one, don't vote for Hillary, because her plan is to take a government-run, the system we have now where the patient is no longer the customer, the government or the insurance company is the customer, and go to a single-payer, totally government-controlled system. You think Obamacare is a nightmare.
Now, Obamacare is a nightmare. When we go to Obamacare, is leading the charge to, I'm going to call it Hillary Care, which would be government-run health insurance. That's where they're going. Obama be off the scene if Hillary wins. It has nothing to do with it. And the press, you know, this whole election ought to be about Obama because they've given him a free ride since the day he came on the scene. It's not about Obama and the destruction he's caused this country. We're going to see it. Unfortunately, I'm not pessimistic. I'm still optimistic that things could change, but I got to tell you, if Hillary wins, I don't see a lot of optimism in the country. I don't see a lot of hope. I don't see a lot of happiness. I see a lot of doom and gloom, and I hate to say that because this is America. This is the greatest country in the world.
Gotcha.
But healthcare is done, Erin. I'm telling you, healthcare is done if you win.
Okay.
And here's the thing, Erin. If you want to be on some government program, fine. I'm not talking about you, Erin. I mean, just somebody.
Yeah.
But I want to be on a program where I can go be the best I can be, get the best bang for the buck. I don't want their help. I don't need their help. And most people are like me. We don't need their help. But they have punished the middle class under this administration. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Middle class is tired. So we're all looking for a break.
Oh, boy.
Here comes big government saying, hey, let me take care of you. And most people go, yeah, you take care of me. I'm tired.
Okay.
Erin O'Moon's tired, too. But hell, I want to stay in the fight. I don't want them doing for me. I want to do for myself, but you can't make it where it's not a
More from Moon, 9 o'clock this morning on KEEL. We thank you for your time. Congressman John Fleming is standing by. I'm sure his panties are a little bit disheveled because of this, too.
Disheveled.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Moon. We love it, by the way, when you refer to yourself in the third person. That was awesome.
Well, you know, I got a friend of mine that does that all the time, but I'm starting to do it. I don't like that.
Oh, take care, Moon.
News Radio 710 KEEL, 18 past 7 o'clock. Fletcher and Sports is on the way, and Dr. John, Congressman John Fleming, up next right here on KEEL.